How to prevent catfish mortality in hatchery. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Catfish Solution Academy. Once again, my name is Chiremedo Tolaisa Abiodun, a great uncle on this channel, and today I'll be talking about how to prevent mortality in catfish hatchery. A lot of questioning had been coming into my DM on various ways, but I just want to use an opportunity to answer them all. So these 10 factors I'll be giving today, that means I'll be talking about 10 ways that you can prevent catfish mortality in hatchery. So these 10 ways will automatically answer all questions that have been coming to my DM. So once again, you are watching from the background of this video, you are watching our online mentorship on catfish hatchery and fries management. We have been on for months, and you can still see the level of our production. This is massive. We are having lot of massive productions, and it is not magical. This is done by day-to-day practicing and getting it right directly from the source. So you can also join our online mentorship on trainings on catfish hatchery, catfish smoking, catfish grow out, any aspect of catfish farming. Make sure that you contact me and we discussed on our mentorship charges, and we can just keep up the way you feel. And if you think you want to start up a catfish business, you can also contact me and I will tell you our mentorship charges on these two as well. So let us just go on to those points I mentioned on 10 preventive catfish mortality in hatchery. This requires an attention to various aspects of fish care, environmental conditions, and management practice. Today, once again, I'll be talking about 10 to minimize catfish mortality in a hatchery. The number one I'll be talking about is maintain optimal water quality. This has been my number one factors on all our teachings. Why? Because water is fish. Fish is water. The most important aspect of fish farming is water. So that is why I normally put my water to number one. There's nothing you can do to fish farm without water. The basic thing you need to watch in catfish hatchery is water. Once your water is clean and your water parameters are okay, you are good to go. If you have every other necessary things perfect, if your water is not absolutely good, you are still on the long term. You could not get it right. So ensure proper level of oxygen, temperature, pH, and ammonia nitrate level in your water. Regulate, monitor, and adjust water parameters to avoid stress or health issues that could lead to mortality. The number two, because of my time, is control your stocking density. I was talking to a client today about stocking density, in-depth analysis about stocking density. There are a lot of things that stocking density do to increase your mortality in catfish. And before you talk about stocking density, I told you once again that water is the most important thing. So you see, from that water, inside that water, we can be talking about stocking density. Stocking density is not allowed, and I'm not encouraging anybody to overstock. If you overstock your fryers into an incubator, that is when you started losing them a lot. So the analysis on stocking density is huge. I think I have to take a time to talk about stocking density. So let me just avoid overcrowding in tanks, your pond, your incubators, as high stocking densities can lead to poor water quality, stress, and increased risk of diseases. Follow recommended stocking density for the specific species and size of catfish you are raising. From my analysis, I promise I will be talking about the recommended stocking density for your fryers, how to calculate per square meter of your fryers. to know the amount of fish that is required from fingerlings. So I think I'll be doing this for you guys. The number three is ensure proper nutrition. Provide a well balanced and appropriate diet for the catfish, including the right nutritional vitamin and minerals. Regular inspect and ensure that feed is of high quality and proper stored to prevent contaminations from any angle. The number four is implement disease prevention measures. Quarantine new stock before introducing them to the hatchery to avoid disease outbreak. Maintain good hygienic practice such as disinfecting equipment and tanks. If necessary, vaccination drugs is applicable. Salt bait is applicable when you are introducing new stock into your farm. Make sure that you do the normal salt bait in order to disinfect any incoming diseases that this may bring to your farm. And make sure that you follow the biosecurity. You yourself follow all this by disinfecting everything you have. I said it once on the video, and I'll still say it when I get to the biosecurity part of these factors. The number five is regular health monitoring. Conduct frequent check for signs of diseases, inquired or abandoned behaviors among the fishes. If your fishes are performing abnormally, you need to check the behaviors among all fishes, and you need to isolate them, take them out for medical treatment. That means perform regular water and fish health tests to identify potential issues before they escalate. Do your testing regularly. That's why I normally advise you to get your test kit available in the farm. Number six, minimize stress. Reduce handling and disturbance of the fish to minimize stress, which can weaken their immune system and leads to mortality. Ensure the water flow is stable and avoid sudden change in water parameters that could stress the fishes in the pond. Number seven, we have short time left. The number seven is improve biosecurity measures. Control access to the hatchery to prevent the introduction of pathogens from external source. Use foot bath, hand sanitizer and other disinfection method for personal entry into the hatchery. This we have a lot of ways of doing this. I think if you don't have any resources to do that, make sure that you get all your salt bait ready in a container for people to wash their legs, their hands, and make sure that when they enter into your farm, they should not touch the fishes in the water. They should not dip their hand into the fishes in the water, because I notice that is why sometimes I restrict people from farm visitation. That I want to come and visit you in farm, I want to come and see. No, I restrict them. Restricting them means, because by the time you restrict them, some will just come, will put their hands into the pond. You don't know where the ant is coming from. You don't know what they have touched before, because all these things are highly sensitive. There's a friend of mine that visited me, and I don't know, he just played with cement, and he just dip his hand into the pond. So by the time I see the coloration, that the weather changes, and I ask, what is your, what I said, he has cement in his hand, that he just wash it now, and from his tips, his fingers tips, there are still a lot of cement unwashed. So in short, this has to be, it's dangerous, it affects my fishes that time. So that is why I don't encourage any farm visitation if you are not invited. Number 8, maintain proper aeration. Provide adequate aeration to ensure proper oxygen level in the water, especially in high density system. Ensure aerator are functioning properly and regularly clean them to prevent blockage. There are a whole lot of aeration. We have the one for the 1 watt we sell, which is being powered by power bank and USB cable. And if you have the money, you can go for the 8 ohms, the 10 ohms, the 20 ohms source radiator, which are a little bit expensive. Some about 25 watts, 30 watts, 60 watts, really depending on how powerful the capacity is. So if you want any of these, make sure that you contact me and this will be supplied to you anywhere you are. Monitor and control the temperature. This is important. Ensure water temperature stays within the optimal range of catfish species, usually 24 to 30 degrees centigrade, depending on the types of species of catfish you are raising. Implement heating or cooling system if necessary to avoid temperature extreme that can stress or kill our fishes. So if you are in an environment that is isolated, maybe you are in an enclosed environment, you make sure that you introduce and implement the heating and the cooling system. This will work when we are in the harmattan season, or when we are in the winter or the other season. You can definitely prevent this. And note, all these we are talking about are ways for you to manage your mortality. Implement regular water changes, which is the number 10. Proper routine partial water change to reduce the inbuild of toxin like ammonia and nitrate. Ensure the new water is tested to acclimatize properly to avoid shock into the fishes. By focusing on those key areas, hatchery operators are greatly to reduce the risk of catfish mortalities and ensure healthy and productive fish stock. So from this point, I'll be saying thank you and God bless you all.